all eager to see if his heroics last time out carry over. He was absolutely dialed in at the plate, Singy.
Dialed in is right, partner. Everything seemed to be going his way. Looking forward to seeing if that same timing and energy carries over in this one.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about set to go. And our pitcher in this game, Drew Thorpe. What do you look for here?
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
So stepping in for Boston, Honus Wagner. And that one misses up and in. And this one is off and running. Strike one.
One ball, one strike.
Close, but called a ball. And that's ball two.
Third pitch of this ball game, that one right in the zone, but it's called for a ball, man. That's frustrating, but you got to stay focused. Keep making that pitch. You're going to get the strike call.
Robert on the move. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's one away. Check out the Red Sox lineup. Coming off a huge showing in their last game, Hank Aaron.
I'll speak for you, myself, and all the baseball fans. This guy's given us so many great memories. I mean, so many big moments throughout his career, and of course plenty of big home runs, both literally and figuratively. So I appreciate every chance I get to see him swing the bat. He's just one of the all-time greats.
Dang, Jared out here being a hater. How did they cheat? I didn't see that.
On the ground to the left. And
in overtime there or before that? I only caught the end of the game. I broke the record with Hank. My last game he had 3 home runs, so now he's at 763. So yeah, he broke the record in regulation time. Just sent it to OT. I missed that. I'll have to check that out. Cheating. You asked me yesterday who my least favorite baseball team would be, and I said I didn't really know the answer. But my least favorite basketball team might be the Celtics. I just really don't like them.
And a foul ball, he stays alive.
Wednesday puts our clients at the forefront.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't like them. Like, I don't know. I'm kind of a Lakers fan. I'm not really a Lakers fan, but so I guess that kind of fits. But I don't know. I would root for the Knicks, so like that they're also a rival of the Celtics. Like, I don't know. I just don't like the Celtics. There's 2 Boston teams I like. I like the Red Sox. Obviously, I'm a Red Sox fan. And I kind of like the Boston Bruins. I like the way they play. Like, for a long time, I've liked the way they played. But as far as the other 2 Boston teams go, I can't stand them. I don't like the Celtics, and obviously, fuck the Patriots. The Athletics in Vegas makes me sad. Jared, I am 34, and it makes me sad to think about Oakland losing their baseball team and their football team. And now they have nothing. And that could have been that could have been Buffalo losing the Bills, and maybe the Sabres at some point, but could have been us losing the Bills. So it honestly makes me very sad that Oakland doesn't have a team anymore.
You always want to come out in the first inning, try to put something up on the board. It's a big 2-out double right there. See if the cleanup man can drive him in and put a tally up there on the board.
And another ball.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
Runner at second, 2 down here in the second game of the series. Just missed.
Get ready for some action here. Good RBI guy at the plate, runners in scoring position, and a hitter's count.
David Ortiz in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here.
Not basketball anymore because of the missed call or what?
One of the better hitters on this roster to get him on the board in the first, thanks to the three-hole hitter extending the inning. Good at bat with 2 outs.
Fouls one away, and now 3-2. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Robert sizing this one up, and he makes the catch. And that is that. And the Red Sox leave one. Now it's the White Sox turn. It's a scoreless ball game. It's Major League Baseball on the show. And we're back. And getting the start for the Red Sox, Pedro Martinez. Chris, he is a fun one to watch do his thing out there.
Well, he comes in carrying a career ERA under 3. He's been fantastic ever since he broke into the big leagues. Can't wait to watch him pitch today.
Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And the batter now, Luis Aparicio.
I love me some John Morant. I just wish he would not get in trouble. Like even this basketball trouble, like, okay, it is, but, like, dude, you can't get in trouble with the law. Like, come on, man.
A slider, a sinker, and he occasionally uses a curve. That's in there. And the count 1-1.
Back-to-back fastballs in. That last one called for a strike. Probably go away, but look for him to come back in there to try to finish you off.
Shortened a bunt and missed it, and it's 1-2. The shortstop takes the ball.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Fights it off. He'll see another.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his bat down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. And that's in the dirt. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the wall. Very gritty.
Here's Mike Tauchman. He was hitless in 4 at-bats yesterday. And
Yo, Jared is like a beast when it comes to baseball history.
Nobody out.
I'm gonna try to pick off Luis Aparicio here. I know he wants to steal on me.
Let's
pick him off. Let's see.
Martinez keeping him close.
Base runner with a one-way lead right there. All he's trying to do is get a look at the pitcher's move. Had no intent of stealing on that pitch.
Good job to fight that one off. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. 1 away.
Boog gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a 2-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. With all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not decreasing in velocity and spin rate. So very difficult to get the barrel on it.
Checks over to first, back safely. Man at first, 1 away.
Ball.
The next pitch misses. 2-1.
If you're going to miss, you want to miss outside the zone. When you miss inside the zone, it's trouble.
Pickoff throw. Aparicio gets back easily. And that's the second disengagement now. Aparicio on the run. Swing and a ball drilled center field. Mays has it sized up. Hauls it in, and there's 2 away.
Batting fourth. Right
Time to check out the lineup for the White
3.
Sox. We could be in for a power showcase today with the wind blowing out.
Hey, Contreras just cashed my home run bet. Let's go.
Trying to hit the ball in the air regardless of the conditions, but I think even a little more so there's margin for error if you can get the ball up in the air. So, you know, you'll see at times, I'm sure, with 2 strikes, what looks like a
runner takes off. Pitch misses. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag.
Freaking Louis Aparicio. I usually, a lot of times I trade for him, put him on my bench. I platoon him and Ozzie Smith, but I couldn't get him this year.
2 down. And another ball.
Well, the best way to shake off yesterday's struggles is to get on the board early. They've got a guy in scoring position. They've got to find a way here to get him in.
2-0.
My brother plays games with the Yankees in Polo Grounds sometimes. I'm playing this one in the White Sox against in Comiskey Park, their ballpark from like 1909 to 1990. He's the old ballpark.
On the ground, right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. The White Sox lead 1, scoreless after 1. All set for the start of the inning. And stepping in for Boston, David Ortiz. Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average, but one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties. Thorpe back to work. And that's in there at the knees. They're so reliant on the matchups nowadays.
I don't know. I might. Depends when it comes out, like what time of the year. If it comes out in fall, definitely not, because Madden comes out, and you know how much I like Madden. And then Black Ops 7 will come out, and I'm definitely getting that if the old school crew is returning. If it comes out in like the middle of summer, and this is the only game I'm playing, sure. Maybe even spring, sure. September, terrible time of the year. Definitely won't be buying it then.
Laser could be trouble. Around first, heading for 2. And he's there with a leadoff double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Man, that feels so good to shoot an absolute bolt the opposite way. Split the gap and know that you've got extra bases right off the bat. That's the kind of thing hitters dream about when they're falling asleep at night. Runner in scoring position.
That's good. Tell them to knock it on Madden, and I can be number 1.
Willie Mays digging in now. This one popped up.
Yeah, that's a ridiculous amount.
Thomas makes the grab, 1 away.
Batting 7th, shortstop, Ozzie Smith.
And next for the Red Sox, Ozzie Smith. So RBI spot, but Chris, this is a guy that is not really swinging the bat all that well here.
In this situation, you have a real good opportunity to get swings and misses and record a strikeout. I think you attack him in this spot.
That's outside, and that's ball 1. Runner at second here, 1 gone.
I don't even know if you're real. Although I did talk to you on a headset, so I guess you technically could still be a bot, but I don't know either one of you in real life, so you both could be bots for all I know.
Definitely an umpire that isn't afraid to call strikes up in that part of the strike zone.
Man at second. Liner, base hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. Now a long
Bro, you gotta remember, I'm old. I like all the classic mechanics.
and it's 1-0.
I like the classic ones in hockey. Aw, shit. I knew you were a robot.
Example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive.
You want my PayPal? What?
Speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
And now Connor Wong puts it away for the out.
Batting ninth.
Here's
Third
Andres
baseman,
Jimenez.
Andres Jimenez.
In there, and it's 0-1. Jimenez, a multi-Gold Glove Award winner, 26 years old, and he was born in Venezuela. Smith off of
My
first.
password is poop, the letter 2, and then the money symbol.
Battling here as he fouls it away.
See, I knew that would be too easy, Caden, so I changed it to poop,
Knocks that one away.
and then 2, and then money symbol. Like poop, and then 2, and then number 2, because you're taking a 2, and then money symbol.
And they'll do it again. One run across.
Yo, 2 more people just joined. They're definitely bots trying to take my poop password.
Got him swinging. Went back to the fastball.
Jimenez.
We head to the bottom of the second, and now here's the big center fielder.
The one just left like I got what I needed. He gave me his password.
That's off the inside corner, and that is ball 1.
Yeah, it's GOAT difficulty. I think the hardest on 24 is Legend, and then on this game it's called GOAT difficulty. I really don't have any pull hitters. Dices, the catcher. You know, I don't even know what it is. I just said it on GOAT and I left. Screen. Oh, that's a strike. Man. You gotta be kidding me. Freaking umpires. As you can tell, I don't have the perfect umpire calls on. I do hope someday that baseball goes to the automatic strike zone. We don't really need... It's 2025. We don't need a guy behind there to tell me if it's a strike or a ball. Like, it's such a perfect little box. Just give me the auto strike zone where it's a strike or a ball. Home plate umpire can stand there and he can judge check swings. He can judge place the plate. Like if a guy tagged the plate before the ball tagged him, he can still have a job. I'm not saying that can't his job, but give me the freaking auto strike zone. I don't want a ball that's 98% of the strike zone called a ball. I don't want a ball that's 1% out of in the strike zone called a strike. I don't want that. Just like if he called that a strike, I'd be mad. That's a ball. I missed most of the strike zone.
Just missed.
Bro, I got the first PS5 in 2020, like the first edition of the digital version, so I have like no freaking storage. I literally just had to delete Madden 25 so I could download the Black Ops 6 update and the Rocket League update. I still have Black Ops 3 installed on here, but See, I'm not that great with, like, all that shit, so I don't, I would have to, dude, I cleaned out my PS5 this year, and I was sweating freaking bullets, taking the cover off my PS5, and cleaning out all the dust.
Tying run is at first.
Nah, I'm not messing with that. I'll just delete shit. I was like, no, I'm not messing that shit up.
Foul ball there. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
It wasn't too bad, but I was definitely sweating bullets.
Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
Missed with a changeup, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, like 5 years in. I sometimes use that canned air. So like where I used to work, they used to sell this blow-off duster, canned air. So I'll use that to like clean in the ports sometimes. But actually taking it apart and like doing a full clean, that was the first time I did it. It was like $150 or something for them to do it at GameStop. I was like, no, I'm not letting you do that. Jared, I have no idea what you're talking about. What are we talking about?
Top half of the 3rd inning. Now here's the Red Sox leadoff hitter, Honus Wagner. In there at the knees, it's 0-1. Ball 1 there.
That's what I mean. I was like, no thanks. I'll just try it myself, and if I mess it up bad enough, or I screw up my PS5, I'll just buy a new one. I was like, no, not doing that. If they were like $40, I probably would have been like, here, do it yourself. I'll see you in 3 hours. But they were like $150, and I was like, go fuck yourself.
That's a good approach, paying off.
So stepping in for Boston, Hank Aaron struck out swinging his first time. Off the mark there, and it's 1-0. And another
Bro, we all die at some point. That's something I'm not afraid of. There's certain ways I don't want to die. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't want to die at all. So, let me preface this by saying that. But like, I don't want to drown. I don't want to be on fire. Like, there's certain things I don't want it to happen for me to die. But like, everybody dies. Like, something I learned from a young age is people die. Everybody dies. Everything dies. Father Time is undefeated. That. Jared, I missed your question, bro. Can you repeat the question for me, please? But literally, like, part of life is death.
Maybe losing command a little bit after the
everything and everyone dies. So, I'm more about living. You gotta live your life. He paid me half of what he owed me so far. So I'm thinking he's still gonna pay me the rest. Like I said, that's my buddy. I send him all my bets. All the bets you see on Twitter, on my Twitter, Caden, I send to him and my other friend named Rick. So, I'm not gonna rush him for it. Like, If he's got bills that he needs to pay,
It's an
if he's
RBI
got,
single, and
you
they
know,
take
if he's
a 2-run
struggling for
lead.
money, you know, like, I'm not going to be like, give me your last $25 when you're trying to pay the rent. Give me your last $25 when you're trying to buy food for the week. If you need to give it to me next month, if you're my boy like that, then give it to me next month. I don't care. If you're some random dude, nah, man, like, as long as he pays me off, I'm cool. He can take a couple months. He can take 3 months. He can take 4 months. It is what it is. I'm not struggling. I don't need that $25 this week, $25 next week. I don't need $50 that badly, where I'm gonna bug someone who I consider a friend to give it to me where I put him in a hard place. That's my boy. If he's like struggling for money, he needs to give it to me next month. He can give it to me next month. I'm not gonna bug him for it. If it was some rando, he needs to pay me now. If he was some rando and we bet $100 on a game of Madden or a series, we play and I beat you, pay up, bitch. Like, you owe me the fucking money. Like, pay up. You should have had that money. When you're my friend, like, nah, you can take some time. Like, I'm cool. Yeah, Jared, I know you're young. I don't know what that's in reference to, but...
Makes it to third. Good base running to move up with only one out.
Good read there at second base to move up to third. Now it's a lot easier to get that run in with one away.
Ortiz, batting with one down, takes a strike. First and third, one down.
I missed a lot of comments there, so I don't know what's going on.
Swinging a foul out of play.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
For what position? Or like running the bases or stealing or what? Like, I like players with like 80 speed. Like, for instance, let me go to Willie Mays. Willie Mays has 82 speed. He's got good speed. He doesn't steal bases well though. The stealing matters. Like, that matters. You can't just go by speed. But like for playing the outfield, he's got plenty of speed with his 95 reaction time to react to balls in the outfield, to run things down in the gap, and his 98 fielding. Like, he runs the ball. He runs the bases well with 82 speed, even though his aggressiveness is only 43. That's an interesting question, Caden. Like, Wagner's fast. I would consider anything above a 90 fast. Hank Aaron has some speed, but he can steal. Even though he's got 81 speed, he's got 76 stealing. Almost the exact same speed as Willie Mays, but he's got more than 30 better stealing. So when I steal with him, I have only tried 3 times. When I steal with him, I assume by the end of the year, he'll probably be like 70 to 80% success rate, and Willie Mays will probably be at like 50% success rate. Steal bases, yeah, you need like 70 stealing. Like, I wouldn't steal with him at 60. I wouldn't steal with him. I definitely steal with him. He's 50-50, so I try not to steal a lot with him. He's 0 for 1 so far for me this year.
Downs and ups again. When you need money for
PCA, I would definitely steal with that. 99-87. Ozzy, I'd steal with him. Jimenez, I'd steal with him. Definitely not Ortiz. Definitely not Veritek. Horoner, I'd steal with him. Lowell has some speed, but he's not aggressive, and he doesn't steal well, so I would not steal with him. The same with Wong. It's like last year, Wong was 50-50, 8-7.
Tonight's time of the game winner is indelible.
What was that last question?
Willie Mays up next for the Red Sox. He's 0 for 1.
Yeah, it depends on your controls, but probably L1 for you.
First pitch just misses. That one is absolutely belted. And it one-hops the wall. Headed for the plate. Relay throw home. He's safe as he gets his hand in. And they lead by 4.
Picks himself up a couple of ribbies. He hit that ball really well to deep right field right there. Got a pitch to drive and just stayed through it nicely. Didn't quite have the trajectory to clear the fence, but you're always happy with an extra base hit.
So runner at second, 2 down. And stepping in is the speedy Ozzie Smith. Singled and drove in a run his first time through. That one finds the zone. 0-1. Mays at second with 2 down. On the ground right side. Sosa on the run. Throw to first. It's there, and that's a great play. But 3 score in the inning. 2 of them on this 2-run double. It's now a 4-0 ball game. And welcome back to the ballpark as we go to the last of the 3rd. And here's the catcher, Matt Thaiss. Infield shifted to.
I have no idea what you guys are talking about. What is CP? What are you guys talking about?
Prepared for the workload that the season is going to require from him. So he made 3 rehab appearances in Nashville, including a back-to-back. He was very efficient. I think it was no more than 15 pitches.
Yo, I literally don't know what you guys are talking about. I have to check. I'm typing on Twitter right now. Hold on. All right, let me look at these comments 1 second.
Denver. The Rockies, I should say. 57 strikeouts and 45 in the 3rd innings. Only pitched in 13 games the Brewers after they got him.
Come on, phone.
They missed some time on the injured list. Tolia. Fouled it back. Just another
pull side.
Out of that amazing bullpen. That's out of an amazing run right now. Last 57 ball games.
Misses just off the outside edge.
Where is CPB? What is CPB? Cool Papa Bell. Yo, Jared, I don't have a cool Papa Bell. I think I told you the other day. The Negro League players are not on teams because they didn't play on the MLB teams. So I wouldn't know who to assign them to. So they would have had to have been on MLB teams at one point for me to have put them on teams. Otherwise, I would have just had to locally assign them by region, which I did not do.
Another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Well, when you commit to throwing an inside fastball to your glove side across the strike zone, especially with 2 strikes, if you're going to miss, you want to miss off the plate in. You do not want to leave it out over the heart of the plate.
Any of those guys who were strictly Negro League players did not make my franchise, and it's nothing against them. But I wouldn't know what team to put them on. Like, if a team played, let's say a guy played for a team in Nebraska. No, not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, like, if a player played for a team where there was no major league team, like let's say they played in a city that had no major league team, where do I assign that player? Like, what franchise do I give him to? I can't just like guess. I can't. So the way me and my brother assign the legends is what teams did they play for most of their career, what teams did they have most of the success for, what team are they mostly known for. So that's why Babe Ruth goes to the Yankees. That's why Pedro goes to the Red Sox. It's why Ken Griffey goes to Seattle, because he's known more as a Mariner, not a Red. Why does Wade Boggs go to the Red Sox and not the Yankees? Because Wade Boggs is known as a Red Sox, not a Yankee. He didn't play for the Braves. He never played for the Braves. So how can so I'm going by region based? Like,
welcome back to Comiskey Park. New inning getting started, and now it's the catcher for the Red Sox, Connor Wong.
If they did not play for a major league franchise, I don't put them on a major league franchise.
Ball 1.
Well, he hasn't quite settled in out there. 4 runs in 3 innings. He's going to have some quick 1, 2, 3 innings to pitch deep into this ball game.
Check swing, and he went, and that is strike 1.
I know you can say what you want about that, but that's kind of our rule that we play with. Like, whatever team they played with, they go to. It's like Willie Mays. He played for the Mets for 1 year and the Giants most of his career. So we put him on the Giants. I had to trade for him from the Giants. Honus Wagner, entire career with the Pirates. Except for whatever 3 years these were before Pittsburgh probably even existed in 1899. So he goes on the Pirates. I had to trade for him for the Pirates. Hank Aaron, 2 years Milwaukee. Yeah, I would say so, kind of. It all depends. It depends on their contract, their age, and their overall. So like Hank Aaron's really hard to trade for because he's 23. He's a 99 overall. And you're not tied up long term. You don't owe him millions and millions and millions of dollars. Just 1 year deal. But Hank Aaron played most of his career with Atlanta. See, we put him on the Braves. Manny, mostly known as a Red Sox. Ted Williams, Red Sox. Pete Armstrong, real player. Ozzie Smith, he's with the Cardinals. Played a couple years with the Padres, but he's known as a Cardinal, so we put him on St. Louis. Ortiz goes to the Red Sox. Veritek goes to the Red Sox. He only played with them. Mike Lowell, I put him on Miami and not the Red Sox, and I had to trade for him after Boggs got hurt. Raleigh Fingers, put him on Oakland. Played most of his, or not Oakland, they're not in Oakland anymore. The Athletics. Had to trade for him. Eckersley, he's kind of a 50-50. Couple years in Cleveland, a decent amount in Boston. Couple years with the Athletics. Back in Boston 1 year. Boston commentator. Another 50-50 guys like Andrew Miller. 3 years in St. Louis, 2.5 in Cleveland, 1.5 in maybe 2 in New York, a couple in Boston, a couple in Miami, a couple in. So he's like a guy you can kind of put anywhere.
Second, 2 hops, and that'll do it for the Brewers in the middle.
O'Day, we put him in Baltimore because he played most of his career in Baltimore. Lee Smith, he goes to Chicago. A couple years St. Louis, a couple years Boston. Most of his career is Chicago, so I had to trade the Cubs for him. So yeah, kind of like Randy Johnson, we put him in Arizona. It's kind of 50-50 with him. We could put him in Seattle, but I kind of think of him as a Diamondback.
And a little work.
So yeah, man, I mean, like, but sometimes it's tough with people who actually played for MLB franchises. I can't sit here and, like, guess where I'd put someone who never played for an MLB franchise.
That was a strikeout. Just missed.
1 ball, no strikes.
Got it started a little too early. Strike 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Base is empty, 1 away. Top half of inning number 4. Outside corner, there's a strike. Here's a 1-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. That misses the zone, and the count is even 2-2.
Well, this is a good time to step out of the box, take a deep breath, reset. A couple of change-ups. Probably won't see another one here.
8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Now batting.
Hannes
second
Wagner
baseman,
getting ready to
Honus
hit.
Wagner.
1 for 2. And that's off the inside edge. 1-0. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike. And the 1-2 misses to even the count. And that one almost got him. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. And that keeps the inning going.
Bro, it's hard enough to get hits sometimes.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout.
Ooh, they're yanking him.
He's ready to make the move.
Let's go.
Drew Thorpe will depart, and it's going to be a start that he'd like to get a redo on.
It's always good when you can get the starter out of the game and get into the team bullpen. Especially because I know they've been worked. Let's see who they bring in. Martin Perez.
Still pretty early in the
This guy sucks. He's left-handed.
Best case scenario might be if he can
So that's gonna mess me up a little bit. And he's got some energy.
That starter left for him.
Alright, man, you have a good night. I'll talk to you later.
He is struck out, and he is walked. And there's a ball.
1-0.
And another ball.
2-0 count. You really don't want to give
See,
in.
that was a strike. They should have called that a strike for sure.
Execute a pitch. Hopefully you can get back into this count.
Here goes the runner. That's in for a strike. And safe. It's a stolen base. That one fouled off. 2-2. Wagner on at second with 2 down. Here's a 2-2. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Pulled the string on the changeup. And we're back. John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the fourth, Frank Thomas. Foul ball.
You know, these White Sox just haven't produced as many competitive at-bats as I'd like to see.
I'm almost tempted to just walk Frank Thomas every time he comes up. Harold Baines is good, but the White Sox lineup is so bad. Like, Baines, 92 contact, 77 power. He's good enough where I don't just want to put someone out in front of him. But behind Baines is Luis Robert, like, in a legend franchise. Like, he's fine. Terrible vision, not good discipline. Terrible clutch. Decent contact, good power. Like, they just don't have a good lineup. Aparicio stinks against a righty. He can bunt.
Good coming in, but so hard to get on top of as a hitter.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Harold Baines. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Not sure if he was expected for the pitcher to come right at him, but he got a nice cookie there and just watched it the entire way.
The White Sox yet to pick up a hit here. Next offering is fouled back. Got him looking. Picks up strikeout number 7.
Just absolutely rolling on the mound. He's looking very much on his game in the early parts of this one, Boo. Fully on the attack with these hitters.
That's 7 strikeouts already, so he's got a good pace going, no doubt. 2 outs, base is empty. So here's Robert now. Struck out swinging his first time. There's the strike. And that one missing low.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
And that gets the top of the zone for a strike. 2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Got him swinging. Down in order go the White Sox. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score. We go to the top of the fifth, and stepping in for Boston, Ted Williams.
Number 9.
And that one just misses. A ball and no strike. Perez, in his 13th season, he features a sinker, a changeup, a cutter, a curve, and he works in a 4-seamer. And another ball.
Do you find that the umpires actually call, like, how they give the scouting report on the game? Like, do you think when they talk about the umpire is accurate?
Chopper right side. And it goes just foul. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Stays alive. Headed towards the corner. And that's a foul ball.
They definitely do miss calls, though.
Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Fly ball center field. Robert. And out number 1 on the grab. Manny Ramirez up next for the Red Sox. 0 for 2 in this one. And that drops in for a strike.
Well, not only can Perez pitch, but he can also sing. Remember, he performed the national anthem for Team Venezuela leading up to the World Baseball Classic. You watch that video, you'll see how much that moment meant to him.
And a base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Right there, he does a great job of staying in the big part of the field. Man, there are a lot of hits there.
David Ortiz.
Here's some real power at the plate. David Ortiz. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Ramirez at first, 1 gone. In the air out to center. Aparicio on the move. Makes the grab. Nice play after the long run. And there's 2 away.
Now, that's a tough play for the infielder, ranging back into the outfield. There's part of him that's saying, hey, where you at, outfielder? Call me off. But he stayed focused and made a nice catch right there.
And now, Willie Mays. Swinging a foul back, and that's out of play. Two outs. Line drive, base hit, right center field. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs. Welcome in. I'm John Shambi with Chris Singleton. We're here in the 5th, and there's 2 away. Looks like a pinch hitter for the Red Sox. Nico Horner looking for a big hit with two out, runners at first and second. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-1. Fouled off down the right side.
Well, this is a good time to step out of the box, take a deep breath, reset. A couple of change-ups. Probably won't see another one here.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Not close with that one, and the count 1-2. And that's down and away.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Pulled the string. So remaining in the game defensively. Go Horner taking over
Now
as the new
playing
shortstop
shortstop.
now following his pinch hit appearance.
Number 2, Nico Horner.
Vaughn in the box now as he looks at ball one. Second plate appearance of the day for him.
You know, these White Sox, they just haven't been able to put the bat on the ball as often as they'd like. The strikeout has been a big issue, but at least they're going down swinging. Got to get the ball in play, though. It's time to change up the approach to focus on making simple contact and just go from there.
Pop foul out of play off to the right. Late on that fastball.
Well, they just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically he likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
So up next for Chicago, Lenny and Sosa. He's 0 for 1. Swing and a ground ball, and that's just foul.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
That one missing inside.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Swing and a ball popped up. Horner. 2 away now. Here's the third baseman, Colson Montgomery. Out towards right center field. Mays sizes this one up. He's got it. And that is out number 3. All set for the top of the 6th. So stepping in for Boston, Connor Wong. Perez back to work. Just missed.
You know, these Red Sox, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. Just look at how the ball's coming off their bats, and tell me it's fun playing defense at this level. They've got 7 hits at 90+ miles per hour exit velocity, so you got to look alive out there.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Tapped softly on the ground. And foul ball. One, 2 now. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Ripped on the ground, a second. Handles, throws to first. 1 up, 1 down. Here's Andres Jimenez. 0 for 2 in this one. Oh, he doesn't get the call. And that is ball 1. 1 out, base is empty. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Reaching for it, makes the catch. Next to him, Honus Wagner. Maybe expecting a bunt here. Third baseman playing in on the edge of the grass. Hammered down the right side, but foul.
Well, they gave up on that pitch early, and it ended up staying in the zone. I'm sure he's kicking himself and would like that pitch again.
That's too low. And the count even 1-1. The shortstop takes the ball. Two out, space is empty. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. Hit on the ground to the right side. Horner sends it to first. One away, bottom of the sixth. So the lineup flips over.
11.
And the batter will be the shortstop, Luis Aparicio. Up the middle. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. No throw, and they can't get the out. Here's Mike Tauchman.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
Martinez keeping an eye on him. Aparicio stands at first with one out. Next offering upstairs. Swing and a miss as he was late.
And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Just missed. Move to first. Back in there standing. Man at first, one away. Ripped on a line. Hank makes the grab, and there's two gone.
Up next for the
Stepping in the long ball throw, Frank Thomas.
Frank Thomas.
And the first pitch misses for ball one.
1 ball, no strike.
Aparicio on the run. Strike in there. Throw, save there. And a pitch. And misses inside.
If you're going to miss, you want to miss outside the zone. When you miss inside the zone, it's trouble.
Fouls one off. 2-2. Two outs and one in scoring position. And that misses. 3-2 now.
Just missing off the plate there, according to the umpire. And out there on the mound, maybe trying to get an explanation. Can't say he's convinced, but it looks like he's accepted it.
Man on second, 2 down. Rips that one to right. Drops into the glove, and that'll do it. Top of inning number 7, and stepping in for Boston, Hank Aaron. And first offering is fouled off. And no one can get there. Makes the turn and heads for second. The throw in, and he starts the 7th with a leadoff double.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. A well-deserved double on a great swing. Got everything going on time. He stayed balanced, and he squared it up about as well as you could possibly ask.
Williams, the next to hit, takes ball 1. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Line drive on to first. That's the first out, the top of the 7th. So here's the cleanup hitter, Manny Ramirez. 1 for 3. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
Good pitch right there. Anytime you can get one by a bat of this caliber, especially with runners on, it's got to give you some confidence out there on the mound that you can win this battle.
1 out and a runner at second. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And delivers outside.
2-2.
Swung on, belted. And that one hops the wall. Runner from second scores as they add on.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
David Ortiz.
David Ortiz now at the plate. Curveball drops in there. Runner at second here, one gone. In the air, left field, down the line. Tachman makes the catch, and there's two away.
Now batting.
Willie
Center
Mays
fielder,
up
Willie
next for the
Mays.
Red Sox. This guy is one of the best athletes in the sport. This ball's chopped on the ground. Throw over to Thomas. Mays retired at first. They limit the damage here, but a run will score in the inning. Fastball for a strike.
Timing issues can snowball quickly, and that's what we're witnessing here. This lineup's inability to lock onto the pitcher's delivery is causing a few awkward swings. Some real good life going through the zone on that one.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Here's Luis Robert, also known as La Pantera. That misses the zone, and that's ball one. Just off the inside edge.
Struggled a little bit in this one. A couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
That's a strike, and it's 2-1. Base is empty, one away. Here, the bottom of the seventh. That one drifts inside.
Close pitch there, and he's kind of wondering where it missed. You know, getting a feel for each umpire's strike zone is something that pitchers and hitters really have to think about and work on from game to game, and sometimes from at bat to at bat.
And now the DH, Andrew Vaughn. Inside, just missed.
Well, as good as things can be, it can be a tough day at the office, even for the skippers. Seeing the offense just sputter, not able to get anything going.
Fought off foul. Line to left. Williams puts it away, and that ends the inning.
Pitching for the
Welcome. Back and a new arm on the mound to start the eighth. Justin Anderson. He pitched yesterday, and we'll see him once again. This to third. Throw over to Thomas. Leadoff man is out here in the eighth.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
Catcher Connor Wong.
Here's the catcher to hit. Connor Wong. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. Swing and a ball lifted in the air, and it falls.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
And next for the Red Sox, Andres Gimenez. Ball one low. Wong over at first with one away. Gets the outside corner with that one. Next pitch, not close, up high. Anderson ready to work. Popped up. Tauchman coming on. Snags it on the run. And it's 2 down.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
This one in the air. Aparicio brings it in, and that is that. One left for the Reds. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now it's the second baseman, Lenin Sosa. And so the Red Sox go to the bullpen. Darren O'Day.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Late on that fastball. Action in the pen down there. Tyler Holton getting ready to go. Check swing, and he went. And that's strike 2.
0-2.
Breaking ball misses down and away.
Well, that's kind of what you expect in an 0-2 count. Excellent job of the hitter to have the plate discipline to lay off of that pitch.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his bat down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Colson. Montgomery steps to the plate for the White Sox. Just missed. O'Day is what you're looking for in a good reliever. The ball stays in the ballpark. It's so hard to square him up. And another ball.
Outside.
Yeah, he stays out of the middle and pitches either at the bottom or at the top on the edges. And because of that, if you do get it in the air, it's usually just a high fly ball. And when it's down in the zone, it's on the ground.
Slings it across.
That's an out.
2 up, 2 down. He's so consistent that the manager basically could look at it like he's got 3 outs sitting in his pocket. That shortens the game. 2 down, base is empty. Matt Thaiss comes up to hit here.
When he takes the mound, you feel like, hey, this inning is wrapped or this ball game is over. He's just that good. And you can see it in opposing hitters as well.
2 down, nobody on. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Right back to him on the mound. To first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Nothing doing for the offense that time. Through 8 full.
Pitching for the White
We're
Sox.
back in. the top of the ninth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Tyler Gilbert.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleeding and keep the score right where it is.
Outside.
Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Hard ground ball, base knock. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Now batting,
Next
number
to him,
9.
Ted Williams. And first offering is fouled off. Hank aboard here at first with nobody out. That to right. He makes the grab, and there's one away. At the plate, Manny Ramirez. And ball one.
1-0.
That's out to center field. Robert should have this one. 2 away.
Up next for the
Now
Red
at the plate,
Sox,
David
first baseman,
Ortiz.
David
1 for
Ortiz.
4 with a double. And that is out of play.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
And that one sliced foul. Two outs. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Outside
1-2.
with a breaking ball. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Lead runner to second with 2 gone. First and second, 2 outs. Willie Mays, the next to
Now
hit.
running at first for the Red Sox, number 25.
First
Ball,
pitch
no.
doesn't find the zone. Two on, 2 outs. Ground ball left
That's a foul
side,
ball.
and it goes just foul. Two on, 2 outs. That one outside. 2-1.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Strike 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Hit pretty well in the air out to center. Robert makes the catch, and that is now into the ball game on defense. Mike Lowell, he takes over as the new first baseman. Back to the top of the
Number
order,
25.
Luis Aparicio digs in now. O'Day back to work.
1-0.
And that's way high, and it's 1-0. Fouled off left side. Now into the
has
game,
changed for
Pete
the Red
Crow
Sox.
Armstrong. He'll be out in left
Now
field.
playing left field, number 52, Pete Crow Armstrong.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. The shortstop takes the ball. Swings and misses, struck him out.
That's tough. You see it well. I mean, that was clearly up and out of the strike zone, but that's one of the hardest things. When you see a pitch out of the hand at eye level, that discipline to remember, I can't hit that pitch. If I can see it really well at eye level, I can't catch up to that pitch when a pitcher's got this kind of velocity.
Tuckman at the plate now. That's ball one.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
There's a strike. Base is empty, one away here in the last half of inning number 9. And it is 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And a breaking ball misses outside.
Backdoor breaking ball just missed right there. And boy, umpire didn't give him the call. I bet you if he throws it again, hitter knows he's going to have to swing it.
The Red Sox leading by 5. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. That's ball 4. Tried another fastball, but missed the spot.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Manager out of the dugout now, and he'll make a move to Tyler Holton on to pitch here. He last pitched 4 days ago, so he should feel pretty fresh. Thomas stands in now and watches strike 1.
Good approach right there. You want to get something just a little higher that you can elevate. Stay out of that double play.
This one smoked out to left. Crow Armstrong makes the grab for the second out. So it's their last chance in this one. And now the right fielder, Harold Baines. 0 for 3 in this one. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Not sure if he was expecting for the pitcher to come right at him, but he got a nice cookie there and just watched it the entire way.
Just missed. Tuckman leads off first with 2 down to the inning. The 1-1 is fouled off. Holton is just 1 strike away. Gets a piece and stays alive. Fights it off. He'll see another. And a 1-2 again.
2-2.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
3 balls, 2 strikes the count. That one the other way, and that's a fair ball. Coming home. He'll score.
Love how he became a really tough out with 2 strikes right there. I'll tell you, when you smoke a line drive into the gap like that, I mean, sure, home runs are king, but I feel like nothing makes you feel like a true professional hitter more than a bolt the other way.
Luis Robert now. Close one, doesn't get the call. And that's ball 1. And that's through there for a strike. The next offering misses. Now 2 balls and a strike. That one fouled off. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game. 5-1 is how it ends.